And how the hell did the refs miss this? We have to look at Aliyah Boston getting absolutely cheap shotted by Tina Charles. And look, I know after the game, Tina Charles, you know, her and Aliyah Boston were talking and she was giving Aliyah Boston advice. I'm not out here saying that Tina Charles is the worst person in the world or Tina Charles the devil. What I'm saying is she should have been ejected. At the end of the day, basketball...
There's Aliyah Boston standing tall, guarding the paint like a brick wall, and then, wham. Not a tap, not a nudge, a full-on slap to the face. Yeah, full hand. Did that just happen? Level contact. And the refs? Crickets. No whistle, no warning, not even a raised eyebrow. Welcome to the WNBA, where apparently, catching a face slap is just another move in the playbook.
I just want to say the refereeing in the WNBA has to be fixed. This is something that has been a problem. No review about it. Sophie Cunningham caught an elbow to the head. No review about it. It's like once you put that Indiana Fever jersey on, there's a target on your back.
The ref was probably tying his shoes, daydreaming about nachos, or crying over his fantasy team. Anything but watching the game. Because Aliyah Boston didn't just get touched. She got straight up clapped. And did they review it? No. No foul, no common, no flagrant, no tech, just pure vibes. She took a Mortal Kombat level hit, and the refs acted like someone sneezed on defense.
But we gotta talk about this. We have got to talk about this right here, because how the hell the referee saw this play right here.
Meanwhile, on the same court, Caitlin Clark was catching elbows, scratches, maybe a rogue knee, basically a full contact horror show. And somehow the only one who got restrained? Caitlin. What? Because she had the audacity to react after the refs said something that clearly hit a nerve. Pause. Think about this. She gets fouled, takes a beating, gets verbally roasted by the officials, and suddenly she's the problem. Unreal.
So today in How the Hell Did the Refs Miss This, we have to look at Aliyah Boston getting absolutely cheap shotted by Tina Charles. And look, I know after the game, Tina Charles, you know, her and Aliyah Boston were talking and she was giving Aliyah Boston advice. I'm not out here saying that Tina Charles is the worst person in the world or Tina Charles the devil. What I'm saying is she should have been ejected. At the end of the day, basketball is a sport and you can do things to get you ejected. It doesn't mean you're the devil. It doesn't mean you're some evil person.
It's like the refs were auditioning for their own reality show. Drama, chaos, selective hearing, Real Housewives of the Hardwood, starring complete incompetence. Let's recap the absurdity. Aliyah Boston gets slapped in the face with all the subtlety of a WWE SmackDown. Refs. Didn't see it. The ball kept bouncing, so it must be fine. Maybe she walked into someone's hand. Maybe it was a rogue gust of wind. Then Caitlin Clark gets bumped around like she's running drills with linebackers. And when she finally shows some fight, suddenly the refs rush in. Whoa, calm down, Caitlin. As if she sparked the slap Olympics. And the kicker? Not one replay. Not a single, let's take another look. Because apparently that step is optional now. Aliyah gets treated like she just had a mild facial twitch. Never mind her eye blinking in full Morse code for help. If this happened to anyone else on a different night, Twitter would be on fire, replays everywhere, analysts screaming. But for Aliyah Boston? No. Take the slap. Keep it classy. Get back on defense. Just another day in the WNBA.
What did you think about when your reactions all kind of went viral yesterday? You did one thing after the next. What was everything like for you afterwards?
I mean, it was pretty funny to see my reactions because I really had no idea. But I mean, it's okay. It's something that I was like, okay, well, I'll be seeing this for a while. People were like screenshotting me and putting out. I was like, it's okay. It's fun though.
The refs must have had emotional support blindfolds on. How else do you miss a face slap that rang through the arena like fireworks in a cave? You'd think a 7-foot player getting her head whipped around would raise some concern. Nope. Not even a glance. And Caitlin Clark? Let's unpack that chaos. She's out there taking hip checks, shoulder bumps, maybe even a rogue karate chop, and still grinding. But when the ref says something so wild Clark has to be physically restrained, suddenly she's the problem. Are we being punked? She didn't lash out at a player. She wasn't storming the bench. She was reacting to the people supposed to enforce fair play. Let that sink in. The refs rattled the calmest player on the court while letting everyone else turn the hardwood into the Thunderdome. Stunning. At this point, you'd have better luck asking a Magic 8 Ball for consistent calls. Did you see that slap? Reply hazy, try again later. Was that a foul? Outlook not so good. Is Aliyah okay? Signs point to no.
Graceful. She literally punched her, as you see it right there. Tina Charles punched Aliyah Boston in the face, man. What are they doing? Why was it we not getting a call on that? Just checking out what some of the people say. Let's wait for facts, but regardless, violence has no place in the game. I really don't want to see this from ladies. And a no call, and that's the crazy part about it. It was a no call. And you wonder why Caitlin Clark was mad at the refs.
It's almost poetic in the worst way possible. Aliyah Boston, the very picture of composure, gets walloped like she's in a boxing ring, and the refs just sip tea. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark gets verbally jump-scared by a ref, and suddenly she needs a full-blown security detail. Not for losing it, but because the officials decided to poke the bear. The absurdity was practically vibrating through the court. Boston trying to process the face slap, Caitlin holding back pure rage, and the refs pulling the classic, who me, routine. A full-blown symphony of negligence. Like someone cranked the game to chaos mode and left the refs with broken remotes. Let's be clear, this isn't about letting the players slide. It's about letting violence slide, then gaslighting the ones who dare react. Both Boston and Clark handled the mess better than most would. Imagine if the roles were reversed and a ref took that slap. There'd be an on-court memorial and a moment of silence before the next quarter. And if Caitlin had so much as sneezed at a ref? Tech foul faster than a Gatorade bottle in a timeout. But get blindsided and chirped at by the officials, and suddenly emotional restraint is a stat on the sheet.
That's
unreal.
But we gotta talk about this. We have got to talk about this right here, because how the hell the referee saw this play right here. So, Aliyah Boston, and I have to say, Aliyah Boston does use her elbows a lot. Does she commit offensive fouls? Sure. She does. She used her elbows a bit too much. It's on the referees to call that. But I mean this when I say this. An offensive foul does not warrant a swipe to the face. Like, I'm sorry. Like, that's basically saying you have, like, kind of... I don't know. You were, like, sealing and you were kind of grabbing onto me. So I suplex.
Even the commentators were sitting in awkward silence like, did that just happen? Yes it did. In glorious 1080p, Aliyah Boston's face got treated like a speed bag, and Caitlin Clark nearly had to be physically restrained because the officials forgot they weren't contestants in a roast battle. Boston's post-slap expression said it all. Not shock, not anger, just pure confusion like, did that really just go uncalled? Meanwhile, Caitlin's eyes were practically glowing, Marvel style, about to unlock her final form. And somewhere in the middle, the refs were debating which brand of gum to chew next. There's bad officiating and then there's this. Next level. Not even pretending to care. Gladiator battles happening on the hardwood, and the refs just shrug and say, play on. And it's not about one call or one missed slap. It's the pattern. Shrug off the physicality when it's inconvenient, treat blatant hits like part of the game, unless someone dares to respond. Then suddenly the officials find their courage and go full disciplinarian. 1 night. 2 stars. 0 accountability.